Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you with geography tie on and my geography glasses. They say geography right on the side there. What's not to love? Let's talk about what happens in week 1 of our course. This week you'll have the opportunity to jump right in and dig into what geography is and why it matters to our world and to your career. This week you will watch the weekly video, which is this one right here, read the weekly readings, respond to the weekly readings in the discussion, read the weekly place, thought leader, tool, event, and geographic oddity, complete the activity using some fascinating geographic tools and data and real issues, and complete the weekly quiz. Geography is revolutionary. Consider the task that is set before every geographer. Make sense of the whole world and everything in it. To consider the world as a system of systems, to create tools in which it is possible to study the world in its entirety and its variety, and to help the world become a more sustainable one in which its people, animals, plants can thrive. It's a radical, revolutionary idea. It's fitting that this course will focus on the revolutionary nature of geography, for geography is really a series of ideas and innovations that changed our world, shaping it into what it is today. Now, to even attempt to understand the complex, interconnected 21st century world in which we live is a major feat. And I again salute you students for embarking on such a journey. But not only do we unflinchingly take on this task, but we do so in three ways. First, we bring rich and deep content knowledge to our world, from the way river systems work to the manner in which human populations are changing, from the impact that natural hazards have on locations and the people living in those locations, to the impact that global trade has on transportation, energy, food security, and human health. And also, geographers bring the spatial or geographic perspective to issues and events. The geographic perspective considers scale, change over space and time, the uniqueness and commonalities between places and regions, and the importance of geographic patterns, relationships, and trends. Now, it's a quest to understand, as you know already, the whys of where. The geographic perspective brings a holistic view while not neglecting the components of that whole. Geographers consider the impact on, above, and below the surface of the Earth. Concepts such as atmospheric conditions, equity, urbanization, agriculture, and ecoregions. Geographers bring a sense of the system of systems approach. They recognize that things such as climate, oceans, biomes, the ecosphere, the carbon cycle represent major systems, and they're interconnected. Now, history is about chronos, 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 time. Geography is about choros, choros, place. But geographers can't study changes in places without studying the temporal or time component. Thus, to geographers, space and time are interconnected. Now, a major theme in geography is that of change, and the revolutions you will examine in this course represent changes in ways of thinking about the Earth or focus on changes that are occurring, some with increasing frequency on the Earth. Earth changes include the increasing pace of population growth, of converting land use from agriculture to urban, or biodiversity loss, or impact of natural hazards on human populations, of cultural change from migration and social media. Another theme running through this course is scale. Scale refers to the level of detail of analysis. A large-scale study in geography means to examine something like a neighborhood or a wetland, a small area but in great detail. That's a large-scale study. A small-scale study means to look at like the whole world or a biome or an ecoregion or a whole country. It's kind of converse to the way we normally think of it as everyday speech. When someone says, I'm on a large-scale research study, you think, oh, it's a huge area. But in geography, a large scale means a fine detail. More about that later in the course because it has to do with map scale. Now, another theme running through this course is to examine spatial patterns, relationships, and trends. What influence does an abandoned mine have on water quality downstream? Important question to ask. What's the relationship between median income and internet access? So that equity element there. Internet access is a very important part of our society. Healthcare, jobs, taking courses, It's not just the internet access, it's an equity issue. Sometimes there's no geographic pattern or relationship, and that's often just as interesting as if there is a geographic pattern. So in this course, when you say, hey, Joseph, there's no geographic pattern that I can detect here, I'll say that's interesting, and that's just as valid and just as important as if there is a geographic pattern, because sometimes there is no geographic or spatial pattern. And then we're going to look at cultivating inquiry in our course, asking a geographic question and leading all the way through communicating the results. Then we're going to have a discussion on geography as an applied discipline, and we're going to talk about the three-legged stool of geoliteracy: content knowledge, skills, and the geographic perspective. Geoliteracy. And in our place, thought leader, tool, event, and geographic oddity for this week, we're going to look at the Alabama coastline. Hey, why does Florida have most of the coast south of Alabama, or south of the main part of Alabama? Why is that? Eratosthenes helped us figure out the true shape and size of the Earth. Eratosthenes. We're going to talk about a tool, Geographic Information Systems, to start things off right. An event, we're going to talk about the Earthrise photo from 1968 from the astronauts. Earthrise, rising over the moon. And an oddity, we're going to talk about the northernmost, easternmost, southernmost, and westernmost points in the USA. What's not to love? That's fascinating when you think about it. Activities will involve the globe of extremes. Where's the point on the Earth that's farthest from a land mass? The point in the ocean. Some sort of island that's farthest from a land mass. I'll give you a hint. It's over here in the Atlantic. Interesting. And we'll also dig into water around the world. Water balance, precipitation, evapotranspiration. What's more important than water? I can't think of anything. So water will be an issue that we will delve into in the activities. Then you'll take a short quiz. For example, in the quiz, I'm going to ask you easy questions, like which tool did you use this week? The Globe of Extremes or the Water Balance Mapping app did you find the most interesting? And what was the most useful thing you learned about geography this week? Those are easy questions to ask and answer. And I hope they're useful, again, to help you think about how much progress you are making. And I have a little geo song for you. I look at my data and see that it's pending while my device gently beeps. I look at the world and I see it needs mending while my device gently beeps. Oh, I digress. I'll see you in the course. Welcome to week 1.